Hey, I'm Andy Wood, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a Lomo effect for your images. Hey there, I'm Andy Wood, and before we get started I'd just like to invite you to head over to imagepunk.com and grab yourself some free presets and tutorials. And just to say that if you like this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Cheers. Right, let's get started. The Lomography photo effect is a kind of contrarian photographic style that displays qualities that are usually avoided or corrected by traditional photography. So things like oversaturation and distortions. And the images are based on images produced by cheap plastic cameras, and principally the quirky cameras by an Austrian camera manufacturer known as Lomo. Lomography is branded as being a spontaneous view on photography. So let's see what we can do. So we're in the develop module of Lightroom, and the first thing we're going to do is head over to the basic settings and tweak up the exposure to somewhere around about plus 0.2 or 0.3. Next we will tweak the contrast down to around about -30. Highlights need to come down a little bit, just to somewhere around about +10, and the shadows we will actually bring up to about 15. Now the whites I would take down to somewhere around about -12, somewhere around about there. Whoa. Let's type it in. -12, and the blacks a corresponding figure to the whites, but in the opposite direction. So +12. Now clarity needs to come up quite a ways to 20. And then I would drop the vibrance and the saturation down to somewhere around about the -15 mark, should I say. Now, if you're wondering how I'm just opening one panel at a time here, if you look, the next setting will be tone curves. If you just right click on the panels and make sure solo mode is checked, then it keeps the desktop quite neat. You're not scrolling down to get to settings. So tone curve, we'll just use the preset of medium on that. Next up we'll go to the hue settings on the HSL panel. Now Lomo generally gives a slight hue to an image, and to be honest you can choose any hue that you feel works best with your particular image. But for the purposes of this demo I'm going to go for blue stroke purple. So for the blue, I'm going to take that up to 30, and similarly on the purple. And you can just see, if I just click that, you can just see the slight hue that it's setting there. Now we go to split toning. So for the highlights in the split tone, we're going to set the hue to around about the 60 mark. Let's try 60, and the saturation, we'll take that up a little higher. Let's try 75. That's looking good, quite golden. We'll take the balance to 25. Now for the shadows, what we're going to do is bring that way up for the hue to 300, and the saturation to around about the 20 mark. And again, if we just play with that, you can see the difference that that's making to the image. Now the last step is to go to the effects, and what we're going to do is going to set a dark vignette. So on the vignette, post-crop vignette settings, if you go to the right it goes light, if you go to the left it goes dark. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around about the 35 mark, somewhere around about there. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll leave these settings as they are, and then we'll add just a little bit of grain. So we'll set that up to around about 25, and we'll leave the size as 25 as well, but we'll take the roughness a little bit higher. We'll take that up to into the 70s. And again, let's see the effect of that. So there you have it. I think that looks pretty good. We can do a before and after on that. Let's just bring it up. You can see it has quite an effect. It's an effect I really like, the Lomo effect. One of my favourites. So there you have it. Simple as that. Thanks for watching, and cheers.